Hi Pisces. So I drew some cards for you. We have the Temperance card. This is from the Sacred Web Tarot. And on the bottom, we have the Hermit. The Hermit card. Okay. And in my second deck, this is the Midnight Magic deck. This is my mushroom deck. We have the Moon card. Eastern Jack-o'-lantern. And on the bottom, we have the Sun card. Golden oyster mushroom. So you have both the moon and the sun from this deck. And these are all trump cards too. Okay. Then your messages. Matches your energy. Hero. Leo, Sun. Soldier. Missouri. And a helping hand. Okay. Where do I want to start? Let's start right here. So we have the Temperance card. And traditionally, the Temperance energy is about alchemy. Tempering something. Whenever I see the Temperance card, regardless of like the picture, I always picture like a pot, and you're pouring food in, you're pouring in different ingredients, creating something new. And so the Temperance card is always calling for something new, something to temper a situation, new ideas, new information, new emotion, new whatever it is, something new is needing to be added or is being added here. So something new is being added or has been added. Okay. Then we have the Hermit card. So this is very much about like being in your own energy. It can be about solitude, but it's very much about coming home to the self, knowing who you are, being in your own space. Knowing who you are. Like this also, since we have these two birds here, that you can say this is about a relationship, but knowing who you are. So usually when you're in like relationships with people, there can be like a bleeding of energy, like within the boundaries. I think you can also call this like enmeshment. And when you come back, so you can almost say like union. So when energy like comes in together, like you could say two people, two ideas, whatever it is, like there's that need for then this like the separation, but just more of like the individuation. Like once it's something comes together deeply, there's also like well, this is what I believe, but there's also like a need to like deeply individuate as well. Like this Hermit energy coming back into the self, like getting back into your body, your ideas, your mind, your emotions, kind of cleansing out things, getting new perspective, allowing yourself to understand like either the things that are happening or what just happened. Yeah. So, like, if you've just added a new element to something, like, since there's two birds here, let's just say, like, with a relationship, like, a new element has been created within something. There's almost like this need, like, and this looks joyous, you know, but there's also, like, this need to individuate, kind of, like, get like be on the not the outside of the situation, but like be able to step away and be able to view it, get a perspective, see clearly, because sometimes when you're in the middle of something, it can be hard to see things clearly. It can be able to see the full picture, like get your thoughts clear. your emotions grounded. And so when you go into hermit mode, it's like this natural process of like coming back into your emotions, being able to understand your emotions from the emotions of like a situation, your thoughts from like the thoughts of a situation, or even of like, if you're super sensitive to energy, which Pisces is, it can be very sensitive to how other people are feeling or thinking, their behavior. And so there's this need for like the hermit energy to get back into yourself, know it's yours, and know it's another person. It doesn't matter like how much you might love them, because there's this like beautiful kind of dance of these like birds. There's a need to really get back into your energy and just kind of like observe either the situation, this could be about something else, but it's just about like it, yeah, it just feels deeply about like individuation, like really getting into your energy if you're not already doing this. Okay, now let's get into the mushrooms. So I saved the pages for these so that I can read them. They're very short, they're not long. So we have the moon, Eastern jack-o'-lantern. Okay, from a distance, a gathering of these mushrooms looks like a cornucopia of chanterelles or delicious chicken of the woods mushrooms. However, look again. Jack-o'-lanterns are toxic but beautiful in their mystery and danger. Known to glow an eerie green at night, their Latin epithet, illudens, means deceiver. Like the moon card, this mushroom invites you to double check your decisions and reassess choices. Okay, so this hermit energy is making more sense right now. There's some kind of illusion. So it's like this beautiful, okay, yeah, because we have the sun energy. This is a truth. And this can be illusion. It's glowing, just like the sun. It's glowing, but this is like, okay, we'll get into the sun in just a minute, but okay, that's very interesting. Double check your decisions and reassess choices. Okay, it looks beautiful, but can be toxic. Okay. Oh, and the sun, hold on. Okay, so next one. All right. So golden oyster mushroom, a beautiful warm weather mushroom that smells of watermelons and tastes like cashews. Golden oyster mushrooms are like sunshine growing from decaying hardwood. Similarly, the sun card outshines and offsets any negative cards in your divination spread. Radiate your true, beautiful solar self with enthusiastic positivity, and positivity will shine brilliantly back to you. I love that. Okay. Offsets any other negative cards. I'm going to pull these, I'm going to show you side by side these two cards. So radiate your true, beautiful solar self with enthusiastic positivity. Yeah, brilliantly. Okay. All right. So these are edible and these are not. Look at that. They're both glowing, but this is poisonous and toxic, and this is not. So this looks like almost making sure you're seeing something clearly, knowing what is this, and it looks like you're wanting this, but maybe there's some kind of illusion here. What you're looking at might not be the truth of what it actually is, or maybe something's not being seen clearly or the fullness of it. This is what you want right here. This is the healthy energy. I love moon energy, so I'm not like calling this like bad energy. But just in this deck, this is toxic. This is not what you want to eat. So if it's about like consuming something, like adding it into a mixing pot, like a bowl, creating like a soup, you don't want this energy. Like knowing what you're creating, what you're going after, what you're picking, why you're picking it, what is it being used for? What are you adding it to? That's what this looks like. Yeah. Okay. All right, yeah, let's get into the messages now. So matches your energy is right underneath this Hermit card. Matches your energy. Something is matching your energy. Yeah. So I'm being drawn to this guy. Looks like he's in water. And these look like ripples all around here. Something rippling. Matches your energy. But being cautious about something. Knowing what you're going towards. Not being distracted by the glow of this. And like falling for like the glow of something. But this is also glowing. Matches your energy. A hermit energy matching your energy. If this is about a relationship, maybe these are two people individuating right now. Or needing to individuate, needing to get back into their own energy, needing to know what's theirs and what's someone else's. And not in a bad way. This is just like a necessary part of life. It doesn't matter how much like you love someone. It's so necessary for like just your own process, especially water energy. And this is Pisces. Matches your energy. Maybe something is needing this just as much as you. Maybe you both are doing it. Maybe this is already happening. Maybe that's what this energy is, this understanding. Maybe this is an understanding between two people. Yeah, like when we take out like the whole like this part of this mushroom being toxic, this is the sun and the moon. And this is beautiful energy when it comes out next to each other. This can mean like significant partnership. The sun and the moon. Like I'm thinking of like Game of Thrones. Well, he calls her his stars, you know, but you know what I mean. Like, you know, I don't want to like get into the twin flame thing. But like a lot of like, you know, the twin flame stuff is about like the sun and the moon, the yin and the yang. Someone's yin to your yang, someone's yang to your yin. Okay, I don't want to get into that. Like, we're going to stick to that. But since we have like these two energies and then matches your energy, there looks like there might be a theme of this here for some people. Okay, so yeah, individuation. This is what this is reminding me of. And right underneath this, I don't normally look at the bottom cards. I don't pay much attention to it, but you have this little birdie flicking around in water, which reminds me of like this energy, like flicking around in its own water, remembering its own emotions, knowing what's his. Like he's just like in a bird bath, like, cleaning, cleansing, pruning his feathers, whatever you call that. You know, that's what this reminds me of. Yeah, I don't want to keep repeating it, but I think you know what I'm saying. Just like individuation, kind of like getting it back into your own emotion. But it seems like two people recognizing this, or two energies, two situations, whatever this is about for you. This is what this looks like a recognition of something. Okay, then we have hero. And hero is technically sitting like halfway underneath this energy and halfway underneath this energy. Hero. Hero. Being called forward in some way. So, okay, I'm going to use like the example of like a firefighter. Firefighters are heroes, but they come in to help a situation because there's help needed. There's a fire blazing and they come in with the water and they risk their own lives to help other people. That's what I would call a hero. So a hero sitting between these two, or sitting right underneath these two, like literally encompassing this and this energy together. Hero. Understanding that that is healthy, that that's going to help the relationship or help the situation, that is hero energy for like a relationship. Maybe helping a partner understand, but it seems like someone's matching your energy. I feel like there's almost a level of like understanding here, or there will be. Hero. Yeah. I feel like this is what this energy is, like understanding that. Hero. Knowing what needs to be done. Okay, then we have Leo Sun. Leo Sun. And we have the Sun card here. Leo Sun. Big, bold energy. The Sun rules the sign of Leo. And the King of... I almost said the King of Swords. The King of Fire, or the King of Wands, is fire and fire. It's Leo Sun energy. Passion. Creativity. The Lion. Pride. Even like a calm confidence, like not needing to shine all the time. I've known several Leo suns in my life, and it's always shocked me because I always thought of like Leo sun energy in a completely different way. But they were very much I don't even want to say shy, just quiet until like they were around the people that they liked, and then they were like, this like fireball, like this fire energy, but they were never like always like on. It was just like these big bold displays that were like random times. So big bold displays, not needing that to be like a frequent thing. Like allowing, like you can even say this energy, like allowing this like this passionate energy, this like these big bold like energetic waves, like ripples, to happen, and then just letting them like ripple out. like not clinging to anything, just allowing it, knowing that another one is going to come. These big, bold displays, these big, bold ripples. Not needing to be on display at all times, not needing to always be in that energy at all times. Yeah, because that's sitting underneath these two birds. Okay, then we have soldier. So soldier and Missouri are underneath this moon energy. So soldier, someone who's a part of something, a group. A war of some sort, even like I don't want to say too many triggering words for like the algorithm, but groups, someone who's been through things, someone who's put their like kind of like this firefighter energy, someone who's risked their life for people that they love, for a mission, for a calling. Like they've literally put their life into what they believe in, what they're fighting for. Like literally their flesh and blood life force is involved in this. We have it underneath this moon energy. I don't want to like say this moon energy is like bad. I want to kind of look at all sides of it, because we have the sun and the moon right next to each other, which is really beautiful energy to get in a reading, especially from the same deck, as the only two cards from this deck coming out. But at the same time, it kind of has this like potentially like poisonous thing, but that's like if you're using it for like cooking. If this has nothing to do with like consuming, then it doesn't seem like dangerous. If this is just like observing something, watching it, that's beautiful moon energy. Yeah, so soldier right under the moon though, right under this Eastern jack-o'-lantern. Fighting for something. Putting your life, see, this is life force. Putting your life force on the line for like a mission. This can be like your emotional reason for something, your emotions. On the line. Okay, I don't want to get stuck here, so we're going to keep moving. Then we have Missouri. And so whenever I see like states come out, not everyone's going to have a connection to every state or, you know, the country that the state is in. So Missouri, that just might be something to look out for if you hear like Missouri on the news, or if you hear or see it like in your, like if you're on YouTube, if you see it come across like your page, like maybe you just pay attention to it like over the next week or so. It just feels like that is important in some way, some kind of information for you. Yeah, Missouri. Under this Eastern jack-o'-lantern, this moon energy, something hidden, something not quite what it seems. Or if you're intending to pick something to eat, you don't want to eat that. If you're intending to observe and to like be in awe of something, that might be quite a beautiful experience with this moon energy. Like I said, it's about intention. What are you going in to do? What is the point? What are you doing with yeah. Okay. Then we have a helping hand under it. Yeah, under the sun energy, by itself, under the sun energy, a helping hand. Getting a helping hand, receiving a helping hand, like this firefighter energy. I keep coming back to this because that is like a helping hand, someone helping you out of a situation. Something someone helping you out of a potentially dangerous situation. Like if your intention is to eat mushrooms and you pick this one, that could be dangerous. A guiding hand. This could even just be about gaining more knowledge. Like knowing like what mushrooms are good to eat and knowing the difference between those, because that's how a lot of people have like, died and have harmed other people because they've picked the wrong mushrooms and put it into food. And and just like thinking about that metaphorically, a helping hand. But that's sitting under this one. That could literally be about getting more knowledge on something. As simple as that. A helping hand. A soldier fights for the things that it loves. Metaphorically, you could say someone fighting for something, fighting for you. A helping hand. Even like those people that are fighting for you, like in other countries, or like you don't know the things that they're going through that keep you safe. That is a helping hand. You'll never know everything that they've gone through to protect you. My brother, he's in the military, and I don't want to get too much into that, but that's just like what that reminds me of. I'll never know everything that he's done to protect me, but I know that, a helping hand. Okay. All right. What time is it? Just 27 minutes. Wow. Okay. Is there anything else here? Matches your energy, Hermit, Individuation. Since this is Pisces, it feels a lot more, well, it doesn't have to be, but just like your water, your moon energy, even cleansing out anything that might be like possibly deceptive, because there's almost maybe like too much. I don't want to say like this is too much, but there's like a need to cleanse, even like that little bird that was flicking around in the fountain water, like a need to cleanse, making sure like this energy isn't creating something that it's not, or an illusion. Because sometimes when you can be almost like a little too enmeshed in another person's energy, like there can be like a deceptiveness, and not intentionally deceptive, but there can be like a deceptiveness because there's a need for you to go into your Hermit energy. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like this might not be intentional, but there's like an awareness around that, like cleansing it out, bringing it back into this energy, into the truth of what it is, if that is your story, if that's part of your story. Matches your energy, this deep need for this, like getting back in, like flushing this energy out and getting back into this, like just making sure there's no like illusion happening, because like there's I don't see anything wrong with like enmeshment and entanglement and all that. Like that can be like for other people, but like within like romantic relationships, or just like your like people that you have a connection with in your life, that's just like kind of natural. And it just feels like, that's what I'm saying, like even though you might like love everyone involved here, if this is just one person or if this is like multiple people, it just feels like a deep need to have some alone time. Read your books. read your articles, like do the things that you like, listen to your music. You know what I mean? Like that kind of a thing. Like strictly you, yours. Yeah, it feels like it's going to create like a hero like energy, like even just metaphorically, like it's going to help save something, it's going to help heal something. It's like that's what, okay, that's the natural process. I actually drew a diagram of this, of like when you come together with, like, I'm just gonna say like an intimate partner. You come together and it creates like this, and there's like this deep like enmeshment, you could say, and then there's this need to go back out into your individuation, which creates the need to come back into this. And it's like this beautiful like diamond like process, or you can even say like the snakes. It's a beautiful process. Literally, individuation creates that need to come back together, like that craving, that just, it's just a beautiful energy. And I just feel like that's kind of what I'm seeing right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave this here. Is there anything? Okay, normally there's like little things I can say, like go watch this or go listen to this, but I'm not seeing any of that. It literally feels like you know what's yours. To go into that, I'm just gonna leave it at that. You know what's yours. Rediscover it, refind it. Yeah. All right, Pisces. Yeah, I hope you gained the information that you need, the alchemy that you need going forward, and I wish you well, and I hope to see you next time.